Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. Today I'm bringing to you my first video in the Why Should You Read This Book series. Okay, the prime aim of this series is that I'm going to try and curate some of the best books that I've read throughout the years, and I'm going to tell about certain books which have had like a massive impact on my life in a positive way, and how they help me become better as a person. Okay, it's not that other people need to say it to you, you can feel it from yourselves within. And I felt certain things in some ways after having read certain books, and after implementing certain books that have been certain things that have been said in those books. In the series I'm going to talk about both fiction as well as non-fiction books. So it doesn't mean that in order to get your life better you just need to read non-fiction books alone. Fiction books also have a lot to go through, and that's one of the main reasons why I read a lot more fiction than non-fiction. It's also not boring, that's one of the main reasons. And for the first video in this series I have selected one of my all-time favorite books, and I wanted to start this series with a self-help book specifically. So I selected one of my all-time favorite self-help books, which is Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Francesc Miralles and Hector Garcia, translated to English by Heather Cleary. Okay, it's a long name, I understand, but the book is really good. It is a short book as well, so I wanted to start the series not with like a tomes so that everyone feels intimidated while reading it. I want to start it with something that's simple and easy, and also very much useful in every sense. So I selected Ikigai. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Before getting into the video, I just want to show you guys what Ikigai actually means. It's on the back cover of the book. You can just pause and screenshot if you want to, because this is like the gist of the book. Okay, Ikigai can be loosely translated from Japanese to English, saying that it is just a reason to hop out of bed and start your day in the morning. Okay, it's not that everyone gets up from bed in order to do something that they like to do, but in order to make your life better and to live a longer and happier life, you should have something in your life as a part that you like to do, so that you will be you'll be feeling more motivated to do it, and it'll make you want to wake up from bed just from that somber state, rather than just pressurizing yourself to do certain things which you're not actually interested in. The two authors who wrote this book together actually heard about Ogimi, this village in Japan where people with the longest lifespan in Earth, that is over 100 years of age, have been found to live in more numbers rather than any other part of the world. There are like multiple regions throughout the world scattered called blue zones, and these blue zones are the places in which centenarians or super centenarians, that is people over 100 years of age or 110 years of age, have been found to be in more numbers. And in order to study what is the secret behind the long life of these people, specifically in these regions, many studies were carried out, and hence those regions were specifically named as blue zones. And one of the main blue zones throughout the world with the most number of centenarians as well as super centenarians is Ogimi in Japan. Okay, it's a really short village, and the main thing about Ogimi, which is most fascinating above all, is during the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb blast during the World War II, Ogimi was one of the villages which was affected to a great extent by the blasts. And though so many hard things and bad things happened, the aftermath of that is not that brightly seen in Ogimi. This is mainly due to the practices that they follow while leading their lives. Throughout the book, the authors concentrate on only two things which are explained specifically mainly throughout the book. They are the food that the people eat and the lifestyle that they follow throughout. Okay, the food that the people actually eat in Ogimi is maximum comprised of vegetarian diet. They also eat meat, but the meat that they eat is always just sea-based meat. That is, they mostly eat fish alone as meat, and not any other kind of meat as we see in other Western countries or in any other part of the world, or in any other parts of the world. The best thing about the Ogimians, or the people who live in Ogimi, is that mostly they try to grow their vegetables in their own houses. That is, they have a vegetable patch or a garden by their home side, and they grow vegetables, and most of the time that itself provides some kind of harvest that is required to fulfill the food needs of the people in the home. Also, the people, when they eat food, it's not like they eat it for until their stomach is full. They try and eat the meal so that it suffices just 80% of their stomach. It might be confusing to understand how 80% of your stomach is filled, but in order to understand that also, there are certain techniques which have been set inside the book, and they are very much helpful in every way. The second thing which they concentrate after food is the community in which the people are a part of. Okay, it's not that the Ogimians stand out separately and live longer lives, they always form communities. Okay, each and every person who lives in this village of Ogimi is a part of some kind of group or community, so that they all have a common task to do together. Okay, it shows that the more people you have around you that you like and that are similar to you, the longer your lifespan can be. Apart from all these things, they also do a lot of little physical exercises. Okay, physical exercise is one of the main things that has been emphasized throughout the book in each and every chapter. And the physical exercise that these people do is not so laborious. Okay, they don't go to gyms, they don't do gymnastics, they don't, they don't do power yoga or anything like that. They just do certain tasks which we all do on a daily basis, but they try to make little changes so that the physical activity that they do doing those works is a bit higher compared to normal people. For example, they prefer to walk to most of the places rather than commuting through public transport or any other thing like that. The vehicle count in Ogimi is also very much less compared to many other parts of the world. This is mainly due to the reason that the people prefer to walk rather than use any other form of transportation, like general transport that is provided by the government, or the personal transport, that is the private transport that people have for themselves. I'd like to end by saying one of the main things which I liked about this book a lot. It is that while stressing a lot about physical exercise, it tells us how to do the physical exercise also. One of the main things which I find as an excuse to do certain things that are said in self-help books is that while they talk about certain methods that we can implement, they don't show it to us, but this book does. Especially when it comes to the physical exercise part, they give actually pictorial illustrations so that we can just see them and do. It's not always possible to read a book, take notes, surf the internet, learn something and do it, right? It's always better to have everything in a single place, and this book proved to be very much helpful and useful in that way. There are certain pictorial illustrations which actually depict the exact exercise that they are talking about in the book. Some of them I'll show you. This one, you see, I think this is called radio tai chi that the people follow in Japan, and there are like multiple other things that have been shown. This one's the sun salutation, which is like one of the main yogas. Its birthplace is India, obviously, and I used to do sun salutation, that is Surya Namaskar, when I was younger, but nowadays I don't know why. I've even forgotten how to do it. Actually, me and my brother, both of us used to do while we were younger. And this one's Tai Chi. Okay, I've heard about Tai Chi a lot many times before, but I've not cared to search and learn it in any way. But this book just shows Tai Chi in a very simple way, in just these many drawings. Okay, it's so easy to follow also. I've not done anything in a physical way, physical exercises that have been said in this book to such an extent, but I'm going to try and do those in the future. And I think if while you read this book, it'll at least motivate you to do certain things that are so easy yet very much effective, because it can be done very easily. Okay, that's all for today, and if you have read Ikigai before, do let your thoughts on how the book was and how it helped you or did not help you in any way in the comments below, so that other people can know before getting into the book if they want to. And if you did find this video interesting and useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel, because I publish new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.